What is up? What is up, Marvel cards and Invincible people? What's happening? Welcome in. So we're doing the damn thing, aren't we? Here we are. This is Diary of an Ex-Marvelhead. I'm your host, Ian Fisher, and today we got a very special guest. If you guys don't already know, we've got Mr. Bryan Hudson, aka Marvelcardsup and Marvelcardsup. If you don't already know that on Instagram. So, welcome in, Bryan. What is up?
What's going on?
Well, what's happening, man? Appreciate you joining my little show here.
Yeah, dude, this is awesome.
Little shindig. You like the overcoat, sports jacket, looking a little professional, huh?
It's perfect.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. All right. So I know there's going to be people joining as we kind of do this. So I'm gonna set this off right now. Let you guys know I'm not going to address the chat. Thank you guys for joining. This isn't going to be a conversation like all your other podcasts, all your other Marvel content that you guys are used to. I think you're probably sick of that shit by now. I am, to be honest. Don't care. It's nice, for the first year until it just gets dull. And no, I'm not talking shit on anybody. It's just that, hey, I want to do something different. We're going to talk unedited. We're going to talk, we're not going to have any bounce, man. We're going to say whatever we want. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. I got my cards, That's what we're talking about. My little cards, they're a little tiny for cue cards. Anyway, Bryan, what's up, dude?
Not much, man. Not much at all, dude. Just trying to stay sane through these last year or two.
Yeah.
Craziness in the hobby.
It's a little wild, isn't it?
It is super wild.
Yeah, man. It's been a little nuts on this end too. Shit. Been a crazy time, man. So I bet there's probably people that don't really know you. Why don't you just introduce yourself a little bit better than I did? Obviously Marvelcardsup.
Sure. Yeah. I think most of the people in here actually probably already know me. But if not, I'm just a regular ass dude who likes comic cards and have just been watching it get completely destroyed over the last, I'd say, 2 years.
Man, it's been a wreck, hasn't it?
Dude, it's been awful. And so a lot of people, I've told a lot of people that I'm kind of segueing out of everything. Whether that's true or not, I am the one who pretty much only knows that. Because if there's one thing I've learned in decades of collecting, it's that you need to have your cards very close to your chest, figuratively and literally.
Yeah.
And yeah, dude.
Like to your chest, like Logan Paul style? Like,
I don't even speak while I'm alone on what I'm doing, just in case the vibrations get through the air.
Yeah. You don't want that shit happening. Then we got the predators, right?
Which I've encountered my fair share of predators.
Yeah, it happens.
Which is exactly why I don't really give a fuck anymore. I don't tell anybody what I'm doing.
Yeah,
because they'll jack up the price. They'll make you pay for it, and it'll be like a Richter phone.
Yeah, it's crazy. Nobody knows about the Richter phone, bro.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, the Richter Colas. We got the Smythe phone. That's what it was.
The Smythe phone. I got the Richter. Oh, you know what?
The silly Smythe.
Oh man, I thought I had it here. I usually keep it at my desk. I do have the 101 Smythe phone.
The 101 what? Smythe phone? You have that?
I have that.
How'd you get that?
Through various networks.
I didn't give that to you, did I?
It found its way to me.
Okay. That's awesome, actually. Yeah, so everybody doesn't know what that is. During my mini breaks, sometimes we got a little crazy. Sometimes a little too crazy. Whether we were burning cards, we've talked about eating cards.
Yes.
cutting up cards. We've got a couple of them floating around that are little cutaways that are 101s. Those are fun.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have fun.
You got it, man. Because over the last few years, it's just been hell.
Yep.
To be honest.
And
I mean, not in the beginning, it's super fun. Don't get me wrong, what I'm saying, but
it's sad too because it's a combination of the companies and the transitional collectors that pretty much drove a wedge into everything.
Yeah.
You know, there's still a good maybe like 7 to 10% of like real collectors, I guess you would.
Yeah, they're out there. They're out there.
They're out there. And the reason you don't see them is for reasons that we're pretty much doing this.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. So tell me, what got you into Marvel cards?
Dude, my very first Marvel card was my dad. He was a construction worker. And I was on a little league baseball team. He would pay me to clean up after they drywall in buildings. So I'd go in and I'd like shop vac everything. He'd pay me in boxes of cards, right? He'd take me down to the sports card shop and I'd get to pick out a few boxes. And then in 92, guess what I found? I found masterpieces.
Oh, nice.
A lot more than a box of tops. I took one box and those were my first Marvel cards that I actually pulled.
92 masterpieces. Nice.
92 masterpieces. And then little by little, you know, I'd pick up some stuff here and there. And then I got out of it for personal reasons, like some dumb shit that happened in my family. And later, I was in a Tommy Burgers, and they had a vending machine, and it had 92 Masterpiece vending machine stickers. Remember those?
Oh, nice.
Got a few of those, and that was it.
Nice. Like, what the hell's a Tommy Burger? Why don't I know what a Tommy Burger is? Is that a California thing?
Out here, Tommy Burgers is they've got a chain like Chili Burgers, and, you know, a bunch of fatty shit.
Nice.
So pretty delicious. I'm sure people in chat, if they're from California, they've been to Tommy's.
Probably. It's not like the In-N-Out. Everybody was raving about that California.
It's like dirty burgers.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Super dirty. But I got the vending machine sticker. It was awesome. I lost it in like 2020.
The actual card?
Yeah, I still had it in like 2020, along with the other ones that I had. There was like a Gambit, a Psylocke, a Storm, and a Wolverine. And I don't know where they went. They're probably boxed up somewhere.
Oh, you might still have them. Somebody was actually asking me about a card that had a white back on it today, and I was like, it might be one of those vending machine stickers.
Yeah, maybe. I know a lot of those sets, those prismatic type stickers they had.
Yeah, it was a Wolverine like cracked ice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so cool.
It was fun.
What do you say is your favorite set of all time?
Of all time. I'm not a Spider-Man guy. I don't care for Spider-Man, but 2009 Spider-Man Archives,
nice,
would probably be my number one set.
That's what I would have guessed, actually.
And then right underneath it is 2012 Greatest Heroes, like right underneath it.
Dude, 2012, yeah, Greatest Heroes is a sick set.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Incredible.
Good deal, man. So, what are you doing nowadays?
Now,
as if I don't know.
So now, I cry. I watch people ask how much stuff is worth, and I ignore them all. I pretty much only buy Invincible now. That's pretty much it.
Old Invincible.
Yeah, amazing set. For Marvel, it's old stuff. It's like older Rittenhouse stuff, things that people are completely blind to.
Yeah.
That's about it, dude.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't buy much.
Well, and that's the reason I had you on here first, is because I think that you and I are kind of the main people that kind of transition from Marvel to Invincible kind of at the same time.
I think that's fair. That's a fair assessment, I think.
Yeah. Because, when we started doing it, we didn't really recognize anybody.
No. And now I've noticed a couple more like Marvel people kind of trickling in, But yeah, when we started getting into it, there really was nobody from that genre.
Yeah. And I like I like Image Comics. I've been a Spawn fan since the 90s.
Yeah.
Wildcats. I mean, I used to do the Jim Lee sets, the Chromes.
Gen 13, that was my favorite as a kid.
Yeah. I used to, in fact, you were there. We did some of those breaks. Did some of the Chrome breaks back in the day, some Spawn. Good old whatnot.
Some Instagram breaks.
Instagram breaks. Yeah, dude. We started on Facebook. We were there in the Facebook days.
Dude, and also, just to kind of like side quest a tiny bit, you are one of the OGest breakers.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people kind of understand that. A lot of these new people that come in, they're like flashy and they got the OBS and like whatever. But you are like blowout card days.
Yeah.
Breaker.
Yeah. Blowout forums was pretty much what we had back then.
Yeah.
If people don't know what blowout forums are, like, so blowout forums, that was kind of the place that all the collectors got together to talk about cards, because we had no other. It wasn't like we had Facebook groups. It wasn't like we had Discord. Was probably not even an app back then.
No, nothing like that.
Yeah. So that's where I did a lot of trades. I used to search the blowout forums daily, actually.
Right.
Back 2012-ish.
And it's amazing to me that in like a landscape where there's so many like nefarious breakers, right? Because there's a lot of them. There's some really good breakers, but there's a lot of dumbass breakers.
Dude, it's insane.
The amount of people who neglect seeking the most trusted and solid and longest tenured breakers is crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy to me. There's only like 3 people I'll ever buy from in a break.
They got to know what they're doing. They got to be a legitimate source. And dude, we'll kind of get into that since we're jumping on that. That, as somebody who's been doing breaks forever, is the thing that pisses me off the most.
Yeah.
I think, because just, on my side of everything, going from, this was kind of what I did as a job, as a business, like years ago, like my full-time job. This is what I paid my bills with. This is what, since I'm not in bed with the big corporations, in bed with Tops or whatever it is, all of a sudden I'm the one that gets ousted, and now I can't get product because everybody else gets it for cheap, so they can sell it for cheaper than retail. It's, right. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things that piss me off.
It pisses I don't want to say everybody, but
yeah,
it sucks when you have people with big wallets. They buy a shitload of product. They know nothing about any of it.
Yeah.
And then they use like hype mechanisms to get even the dumbest of fucking characters sold at X markup. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if they just took time to understand things and explain things, talk about hit rates, it just informs people on what to do with their money. But as a business, I can see how that's not a good business decision, right? You don't want people informed. You want people just throwing shit everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
and that's
touch on that a little bit. What do you think about people, your standard person who's buying cards and, a business itself, like somebody who's trying to take cards and flip them? What do you think about that?
That's a tough one, right? So you got to kind of look at it like from this kind of standpoint, right? As a business, you want your highest profit margin, right? But as someone who just buys cards, if you're going into it trying to get the highest margin hits just so you can flip, right? It doesn't work. It doesn't work in non-sport. In sport, it works wonderful, right?
Yeah. Why would you say that?
In sport, you have like 200 million people buying, right? All across sport. Football, soccer, basketball, golf, whatever it is. It has numbers to where you can sustain a flipping society, right? Even Pokemon, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's Pokemon cards that are like pop 8,000 that still sell for their baseline, right? So you have numbers. In non-sport, you have like 3% of those numbers, right? For Marvel. Yeah. It's like 3 to 5% of the total amount of sport. So when you take sport mentality and you put it in something that doesn't work, like the numbers just can't sustain themselves, you end up selling one thing at one price, and because there was only one buyer, nothing else lines up with it.
Yeah.
Right? So you're on a constant downhill curve, right? Where, like back in the day, if you pulled something, nobody knew you pulled it. You'd have to hunt it out.
Yeah.
There might be 5 guys searching for it, right? You get your premium when you have those guys who finally found this card.
Yeah.
In this day and age, it's look what I pulled. How much is it worth?
Every single time.
Every fucking time, dude. And what's crazy is that as like a normal person, I see that and I'm like, well, I'm going to tell him it's worth $1 because I want it.
Yeah.
Right? And hopefully there's 10 other people who are going to say that's worth $1 so that when he lists it for $1, I can steal it.
Yeah.
And as cool
that's a predator mentality.
It's not I wouldn't want to be that person.
Yeah.
Right? Who does that? And there's a lot of people in Marvel. There's a few people in Invincible already.
Yeah.
Who do that shit. They downplay everything to these people with this sick mentality of I need to sell every fucking thing I have right away. Right? And I don't know what it is. And they get preyed on. And then the people who told them, hey, this is only worth $50, that other person listed on eBay for $50, it's gone within a second.
Within a second.
Yeah. Within a second.
Been doing this a long time, man. I've been seeing so many trends with a new set like this. It's the most maddening thing. Watch those guys, they say, oh, it's only worth $100, $200, absolute most. Who the hell are you to say that?
And nobody knows.
It's a 101, dude.
But again, nobody knows that, right? You want to know what has good comps? 90 MU.
Yeah.
Right? In Marvel, if you want a set with actual comps that have been set, 90 MU is the king, right? Nothing else has been graded enough because our numbers are so small.
Yeah.
Right?
Makes a lot of sense.
Sport is so big, right? These sport mentality people who think, oh, I'm going to get a 10 on this. It's going to equate to a 10 down here in Marvel, right? You have to have the baselines for the comps to actually make sense, or else it's this.
Yeah.
Right. And then they bitch and moan because nobody knows how much things are, and I'm not going to sell it for this low. And wow, I made $1,000 sale over here on like a card that's usually $200. The mentality is what's like super twisted because of those numbers.
Yeah.
And they have to,
of course,
they have to break it.
Of course, it goes back to eBay auction sales too. I mean, I'm going to use Invincible as the prime example because it's so new and such a small base of collectors. You get a big card, someone throws it on an auction, it sells for $2, and all of a sudden everybody wants the same damn card. If there's another one for $2.
And that's why I never use auction as a comp.
Yeah.
Ever. Right?
I mean,
because
you want to as the buyer, but as a seller, you're like, hell no. You shouldn't as a seller.
As a buyer, yeah, I mean, you got to shoot your shot. But as like a rational human being, right? Like just common sense, okay? You want to auction off a card, you pick 7 days or 10 days, whatever. You have to hope your buyer's market sees that card within that window, right?
Yeah.
I don't know of anybody in our hobby who is on eBay 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure there is. And people have search reminders and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do that too, but I miss so much shit.
Oh, 100%, dude. I might check eBay like once a week, right? So your buyer base window is so limited, right? You're not hitting the actual people who are going to be paying for the card.
Yeah.
Right. Which is why I just list stuff at bin.
I mean, at this point, you have to.
Most of the time, I put it at bin, put an offer on. Over a couple weeks, offers comes in. Over the year, offers come in, right? And then you just pick the one that you like. That's set an actual comp, right? Someone's paying this. Yeah. Not like a sudden death. Like when people use whatnot comps, that's craziness. Everything would be a nickel.
Yeah. It reminds me of that one seller. I'm not going to mention their name. That they can sit on their shit. They don't care. They'll just put it up there for 10x. That's their goal. 10x. People see it's crazy right now. 5-6 years later, I'm seeing those cards sell. I'm like, whoa.
Yes. Yeah.
It just runs constantly. And if you know what I'm talking about, you tried to negotiate with them. No, there's no negotiation.
Doesn't work.
Yeah.
It goes to an empty void.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yep. Well, and then the comps, it's interesting to me is the difference between the different companies. Rittenhouse, Upper Deck, Tops, right?
Right.
I mean, we've seen this crazy shift on pricing, boxes, even box pricing, availability, and of course the breakers. That's a whole different story with Tops. I mean, what's your take on that?
Yeah, those companies, it's kind of like a fuck, marry, kill type deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like obviously Rittenhouse you want to marry. Tops you want to kill. Upper Deck you want to sex them up. So it's like the problem with, I mean, they all have their issues, right?
Yeah.
Tops issue is, to me, it's a garbage product. It's just a bunch of like recycled art. There's nothing exciting about it, you know. Like that's cool. Their new auto set. There's a lot of big autos that are in that. Dude,
see, that's probably the only thing. That's the only thing I can possibly think of that I would have like, oh shit. I seen like the Deadpool 1 of 5 auto on card.
Dude, hats off for getting these cars. That's awesome. Right. And that was awesome about Rittenhouse back in the day too, when you're like, damn, a Downey Jr. auto, what? Or like Hugh Jackman autos. So that's awesome. But as far as like a comic art set, they have failed 500%. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
And then the problem with Upper Deck is that they just didn't care. They got to a point where we're going to lose a license, screw all the collectors, flood the market with half-ass product, right? And in doing that, that was kind of, to me, the final nail in the coffin. Not because I didn't really like any of the product that was coming out. It was their business decision, which, again, as a business, I get it, right?
Yeah.
Their business decision was much higher than their love for their buyers, right? Anybody knows if you just throw all the stuff out into the market, nothing is special. It doesn't matter what you hit. Okay. There's so much of it. The fatigue is so high.
Man.
It destroys
December.
it destroys all the feeling good about getting something because there's too much of it. Right.
Yeah.
And then on the smaller scale, because a lot of the people in the hobby are retards, like they're just more, new, right? It destroyed them, right? Because now, because of that fatigue, they can't move any of that. And if they do, it's at a fraction.
Yeah.
Because you've got people telling them that it's not worth XYZ, so that they in turn can scoop it up. Right? So they're all just a bunch of idiots. And that's
madness, man. It's crazy.
Dude, it's super crazy. And I see that in Invincible, and I get so mad that they're already trying to do it.
Already, dude. It's
already not even a year.
Yeah.
What is this worth? What is this worth? No, dude. Okay, it's not worth anything. Right? You can't actually have a value on something that just came out yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, there is no reasonable answer. So you can't go around telling people it's worth $1.
And the flip, you got those dumbasses that are like, it's a 101, and it's the biggest character. It's worth maybe $200. I mean, what's a 101 of? We don't have to say Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Like, let's just say like
normal character,
a B tier character.
Yeah, like a Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Right.
Thousands of
dollars.
I've sold C, D, E characters for damn near $1,000.
Same.
Yeah, it's just crazy, man. That's why when I get these people that are, I've seen some of these people have been around too. They're not newbies. That's why I think they're kind of trying to prey on these guys that don't know anything about Invincible. Say, it's only $100, couple $100.
And it's
you can scoop it that way, that low. Good for you, man.
It's a lot of flippers preying on flippers, and a lot of people preying on people who have to move shit because they're in a bad position.
Yeah.
Right. Nothing breaks my heart more than seeing like a post where somebody has to move something because, something happened. And then it's just a bunch of I'm not even talking like low ball. Like what? How? Like, yeah, okay, low ball, right? You go to the swap meet. What are you lowballing somebody? 75% of what they ask? 70, 65%. There's people trying to lowball like 30%, 20%, making people feel bad, and then it gives mods a headache because they have to go in and like fucking kick people because of all the arguing.
Oh, dude, I don't envy the mods.
They prey on all that stuff, and they do it so that they can get cool shit that they know is worth way more for way less.
Yeah,
right?
Man.
It's dude. They do it in Star Wars. They do it in Garbage Pail Kids, right? I lurk all those genres. all of them. I'll sit there, I'll be in their their groups, just looking at it going, holy crap, man.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Right? How is like GPK 101s outselling Invincible or
Crazy.
in Marvel in some cases?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, GPK, they do have that following because they've been around forever.
Yeah,
but I personally haven't been into it, so I don't know. You know more than I do about what that hobby looks like.
It's all booger cards, and their communities are a grain of sand compared to Marvel, and even grainier of sand compared to Pokemon or any type of sport.
Yeah, the big brands.
Exactly, and it's craziness. And it's so bittersweet too, because it's like we need sellers and we need buyers.
Yeah.
In order for any like hobby to thrive. But we also need people who are smart, who aren't like going to come in and strategically take advantage.
Yeah.
Things, and honestly, that's seeing like a lot of the people who are in the hobby now is what is actually driving me out of the hobby.
Yeah.
Which I'll say.
Yeah. What do you mean? So tell me, yeah, expound on that, if you would.
Okay, so shameless plug, right? I'm on Whatnot.
Yeah.
I've been on there. I got on there a little bit after you.
Yep.
A few months after Whatnot even started, right? And I've sold a ton of shit, right? And I do a lot of like, I'm just going to start at $1, right? Like just the other day, I was running cards on eBay, maybe $10 cards, $15 cards. I was just running them at $1, right? Because I wanted people to get excited to get cool shit for really low prices. Right?
Yeah.
We don't have that really in our hobby. There's people who do it. I know you've done it. I know there's a couple other people who actually do it, right? To make that feel special, like, oh shit, I just got this $50 card for $6, right?
Yeah.
The influx of people that have infiltrated the hobbies, they've sucked that feeling out of it. Like completely sucked it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
As a seller, they're give me the most possible money and let me give you the least possible thing.
So for those people that are kind of newish, I'm sure we probably have some of them in here. What would you say? How do you recognize these people without blasting somebody? You know what I mean?
Dude, that's yeah. I don't want to blast people.
Yeah, we don't need to do that. But I mean, we can all lump sports breakers. I mean, I don't have anything against sports breakers, but as far as what they did to breaks, yeah.
Okay, people who don't know what the hell they're selling, right?
Okay, yeah.
Number one red flag right there. When they're telling you
of names.
When they're telling you that Uatu the Watcher is a bigger hit than Cable, true story. I heard this yesterday, right?
Oh shit!
And you're taking Uatu over Cable, okay? So uninformed seller, uninformed buyer, right?
Yep.
All you're doing is taking advantage of that person, right? Maybe not consciously, right? Because I can't say they went into it, I'm gonna rob people, like all sneaky.
Yeah,
But
they weren't conspiring to do that.
yeah, I'm sure they're not, pre-show pumping each other up to like fuck people.
Yeah.
But by being not informed about what you're selling, you're wrecking that other person who had to work for that money to give you that money.
Yeah.
You're completely wrecking them.
Did you see the post?
God forbid a 101 cable's pulled and he's sitting there with some stupid ass Tops Uatu.
Yeah.
That's worthless. Right? They've made cards worthless.
Dude, it's did you see the post on the MCCW showing the hypers? Some of the breakers that were screaming and yelling white people aren't buying their shit or whatever it was.
Well, yeah. And that, you know what? That's awesome. It's so awesome. Right? Because they do that, that is directly what's destroying them.
Yeah.
Right? If they wouldn't hype every dinkleberry of a card, people would feel special and reciprocate. You know what I mean? But because they hype every single thing, and then people get stuck with bags, there's no repeat customers, everyone's sales go down, right? So all they do is they're destroying themselves. And that goes right back to what I was saying about the numbers, okay? We don't have enough people in the hobby to sustain that mentality. It has to be millions of buyers, and we don't have that. We have tens of thousands of people.
So how do you think the hobby's grown? Listen, I'm going to stick to Marvel right now, just because we already know Invincible's so small. There's people slowly getting in there, and I think it's going to be bigger this next year. But just Marvel itself, how much do you think it's grown in the last year?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Do you think it's grown at all?
Not even 1%.
Yeah.
If we did grow, it's almost sideways.
Yeah.
It's become more of existing base moving into flipper base.
That makes sense. I agree with that. I think that what we're seeing is as many people leaving as people coming in, and usually the people that are coming in, they're riding tops. You've got your breakers that are top breakers that have pretty much been mandated. I don't know if that's the right word. I've talked to local card shop guys, and they talk about how if they don't do breaks on whatnot, they're not allocated a certain amount of money or a certain amount of sets or cards or whatever it is. So they have to. And if they don't, well, then they don't get that many cards. So they're constantly on there plugging their shit, trying to make sure they get as many sales as they can. And of course, they've been in sports for so long. They've got people that are coming over, just already following them, and they slowly kind of get into it. And they have no idea what the hell they're doing.
Right. Yeah, the companies definitely reward the bad behavior. In a way, they don't want you doing like shady shit where, you cross like the legal line, but they want you to do like mental shady shit, like the psychology behind it, they reward, right?
Yeah.
The bad psychology. And that's awful. And that's why, honestly, like going into your breaks, it's always fun because you hit a shit character and you're like, fuck. You want to burn this card? Like, that's fun type stuff. You're informing the person who hit it, this is dog shit, right?
I feel so bad too, dude. I'm like, damn, sorry, man. Not the card you want. This is awful.
You're teaching more than, oh my God, this is $1,000. Like, come on, dude. We were both in our stream, like, what was it, a couple months ago, where somebody was like, these are $100 cards, right? These are $50 cards. These are $10 cards, and none of them were even more than like $5.
Dude, and That's the one thing I hate doing, especially doing breaks, is trying to put a price on a card, especially a new set. What the hell do I know?
Never.
You know what I mean?
Never do it. Ever.
Yeah.
When somebody asks what something's worth, you tell them it's what somebody's going to pay for it. Period. Yeah. That's it. Right? The minute you say a card is worth $200, well, guess what? That person is going to list it for $300. And it's going to.
And they'll never sell it. And they'll wonder what the hell's going on.
Right? Or they'll say, this is worth $200. That person lists it for $200. And it instantly sells because it was actually worth $1,000.
Yeah.
Right? You just don't say shit because there is no baseline for value. Right? And honestly, if you're in this hobby for value, you're in the wrong hobby. Go rip basketball. Go pull some superfractors that you totally disconnect from. And you just bring it in and let it go. You bring it in and let it go. That's the cycle, right?
Yep.
These non-sport genres cannot sustain those bad mentalities.
Yeah. It just wrecks it. It just pisses people off.
That's all it does. And then everybody wonders why nothing's worth anything. And it's because everybody made everything worth nothing. You know? Like, and part of it has to do with, you know, the social media age, right? Back in the day, we didn't have this.
Yeah.
So if you're ripping 96 masterpieces back in the day and you hit a double impact, dude, that was going in your screw down case, you know, like not to date myself, but like that wasn't going anywhere. And then when it surfaced and people saw it, they were like, what? Now it's like every week somebody's selling something to 96 masterpieces. Here's a double impact. Everyone's like, oh, okay. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's so easy to find everything now that that a lot of stuff we don't feel is special.
Yeah, right? Just too accessible.
Yeah, and that's why
it reminds me of a Bo Jackson card I had. It was like numbered at like 2,500 or something. I did sports before Marvel too. When I was a kid, I did all that kind of shit. And I was like, man, it's encapsulated. It's great. It's worth a lot of money. I had no idea how much it was. Nobody had one.
Mm-hmm.
Internet hits, eBay hits. Well, they're all there. That card's worth maybe $1.
Yeah. And what's crazy is like back in the day, high numbered cards were like special.
Any serial number. If there was a limited amount on there.
99, right? Like that was a low number.
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
It's crazy, huh?
Nolan Ryan had an upper deck insert auto out of 5,000. 2,500 or 5,000. I can't remember. It was from like one of the first year upper deck sets. And dude, when you see those surface, people are like, oh shit. Like we went through cases and cases trying to find that and we couldn't. Right. And it's because the print run was so incredibly high.
Yeah.
That to get the insert, even though it's a high number, you just don't hit them. It's like, there's 2,500 out there, but you're never going to see them. The print run was like 5 trillion boxes.
Yeah, it's insane. Right? Now we got this shit, man. Crazy.
Speaking of print runs, right? Speaking of print runs.
Yeah.
This is where like Keepsake needs to really be careful.
Yeah.
You know, they
I think a lot of people don't realize what, because I haven't heard shit about, what the print run about the different prints there are, right? In fact, they haven't even said anything about different print runs publicly. No. It's all the same shit other than the holo breakers.
Yeah.
They never said anything about a second print. In fact, the only reason that people are even saying that is literally because I said something.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm the guy. Well, nobody was saying shit until I saw it and called you personally and said, dude, remember I was like, what the hell? What is this?
Right.
And everybody's like, oh, these 101s. What is this?
they're clearly different.
Yeah.
You know, there's clear differences in it, but you know, I was really hoping that Keepsake would do more of the Rittenhouse thing and just cap it, right? We're going to do 6,000 boxes. We're going to do 10,000 boxes, right? But now they're kind of like, they're in like early upper deck 2020s box range right now.
Yeah.
Like 30,000. Yeah. Well, I mean, even for the whole season 1.
Yeah.
They're like in the 30, 40,000-ish, I think. And once they break that, they're going to be joining a lot of the not so special club, I think.
Yeah. They're already starting to do that. And, you know, that's why I go back to some of these guys. They're talking shit on the 101s like they're not that valuable. They just don't see it yet because they're not used to that. They're not used to 7 different 101s. All they say is, oh, they're just overprinted.
The Topps has like fucking 9 101s.
Yeah.
You know, they might all be like slightly different.
Yeah.
But it's all the same player. Right?
And the same thing with the Invincible. It's the same character, it's just different foiling. But, I mean, if there's only 8 of them, well, there's 9 now, I believe. There's still only 9 of them that exist, but that's throughout how many different releases? That's not just one release. One release has 1. The first one has 1.
Yep. Yeah, the black gold.
Yep.
And then the other ones, I think Blasters have their own version of a 101. And then Second Print has their own version of the 101.
Yep.
And what's cool is what they don't have is like an out of 3, an out of 17, an out of 26, an out of 42, an out of 63, an out of 75, an out of 122. You know what I mean? They don't.
The binders are the 9. The binders are the what? The 12. What is it? 4 on each side, and they have two pages clear fill, the exact same one. Just
it's crazy, dude. Yeah, and I like that they don't have that. Right? We can get rid of a lot of the numbers, you know, but like for the series 1. I think the amount of hard printed numbers they had, that was like the sweet spot.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
Not too many.
Like 4.
If that. Yeah, I think it was 4. Yeah. That's fine. If they can bring it down to 2, even better.
Yeah.
Right? Like that was a great thing about Rittenhouse though. You get a box, you rip it, you're like, oh shit, I got a out of 100. This is awesome emerald. You know, or a diamond out of 10, right? Yeah. You weren't cracking a box and being thrown all this special shit because it desensitizes you.
So, and that's why I think where Upper Deck really went wrong originally towards the end is they went over to the parallel of the base rather than an insert. Like, I think Retro was such a huge hit because there are no parallels other than auto on a base card.
No,
it's a very limited base card set. There's only 60 in there. The only serial numbers that you're getting out of that entire set are your PMGs, and there's only 3 different variations of it, and there's only 42 cards out of that. Mm-hmm. That's it, and it was special.
And that's
now it's PMG, a 200 card base set, and then throw in a couple other colors in there.
That was the great thing too about like old sports set, like old Upper Deck sports stuff. You'd have like some cool inserts, right? Every once in a while you'll find numbered, but everything else is just base.
Yeah.
Right? They should have just stuck with that system, right? Yeah. We're going to do like 5 insert sets. These are all the insert sets. Right? Maybe 2 of them do like numbered parallels, right? Have like a basic insert, an X credential, right? Like in basketball and baseball, they had those. Those were awesome. Those were like the equivalent of the they were the X entries of back then.
Oh yeah, the actual EX, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and dude, if You can go on eBay right now and look for like an X credential in NBA, and that shit's thousands of dollars.
Yeah, ridiculous.
You go into Marvel, and that X credential is $7, $20, right? And it's because nobody thinks anything is special.
Yeah, it's
right?
just too flooded, too much of it. It's crazy,
right?
Yeah, I'm an insert guy too.
The Topps even does negatives.
Yeah,
they go negative.
I saw that the other day. I was like,
"You're gonna go back."
Kind of laughing. I'm like, -1 of 0, -2 is the hell? That's stupid.
It's crazy. It is crazy, and they look stupid. Like they're all cold, like blue foil. No, we don't need that shit. Get rid of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell the companies are all about just their profit. They don't care anything about second market. Not at all.
No, they don't, and that sucks because, like with Upper Deck, with that DC set that they released, you can tell that they put more care into that set.
Yeah.
Than they did with any of the Marvel sets from like the last 2 or 3 years.
Absolutely. I'm like looking at those sets and I'm thinking, man, those inserts are pretty sick.
Yeah, dude, you can see
put on Marvel, damn it.
Right? And I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of just sour about the whole shit.
Yeah.
I'm mainly sour that people don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm mainly sour. Right? They're ripping shit, immediately asking how much stuff is worth, and getting fleeced left and right. Then you got fleecers saying, why isn't anything selling? Why are comps up and down? What's going on? Nobody knows what the hell they're doing, and they're all trying to stay sane while doing it and put on their best poker faces instead of just collectively saying, what the fuck? We need to like figure this shit out. Right? Our communities are small enough to where it can be figured out. It can be.
I think so. I mean,
they're
Marvel's a little out of hand, I think, and that's why I talk about like being an ex-Marvelhead. I'm not an ex-Marvel fan. I just don't go crazy like all the other people out there that live and breathe and buy this shit. And it gets insane. I mean, look, I'm still wearing a Marvel card shirt. I still like Marvel.
I just bought into a 92 Platinum break.
Yeah, that's a great set.
It's fun, right? Yeah. Small, short printed set. Really fun. By short printed, I mean what? 90,000 boxes, 80,000 boxes probably, which is absurd. Yeah. But I like the art.
It's nostalgic.
I like the chrome stuff. It's shiny.
It's a good dude. I was worried about that set when I saw all the inserts, like all the variations. I mean, some of the variations, nobody cares about canvas.
Yeah,
even the acetates, which is crazy. I think those are cool, but
they're fun.
Yeah. It's a great set. I mean, it's nostalgic. It's not. There's nothing too crazy about the inserts. I mean, they've got a good amount of parallels, which is not too crazy either.
Yeah,
for the numbered stuff anyway.
It's a solid set. That's probably, if I really think about it, because I don't plan on buying any Rittenhouse, not for a while at least, but that's probably the only set in Marvel that I would buy.
That one?
And not even for like the big hits. It's just, I like the set.
So you're not trying to hit something you don't know about and then say, hey, how much is this worth? And flip it?
I don't care. It goes on my Whatnot show. If it's something I don't care about, I'll just run like a stack for $1, right? Hey, here's.
And that's where everybody should be if they want to swoop up that stuff, right?
Yeah. Do you want all this crap for $1? Somebody who's putting the base set together is going to say, yeah, give me those, 15 base cards for $1 or whatever, dude. To me, I'm just ripping, Again, I do have stuff I'm putting together. It might be a 92 platinum. It might not be. I'm not saying shit because I know that somebody who's going to watch this shit, go buy it all, and then try to sell it to me.
Hey, Brian, I got this card that you're looking for. $10,000.
Dude, nothing is worse than trusting a community and then having that happen.
Yeah.
Nothing is worse. It's awful.
You're kicking the balls, man.
Yeah. And then if you try to course correct and go, you know what? I'm going to collect the lowest tier character that I think is fun. And then you joke around about it and somebody hears that you're going to get the lowest tier character. Now that lowest tier character who's ghoulish and only a mother can love is now 800% higher.
Yeah.
Right? Which is why I had to abandon that. You know, I sold all of it. I was like, you know what? Fuck all this. I needed one card for that rainbow.
We're talking about old Vanny, huh?
Old Vanny Pants.
Yeah.
One card. One guy pulled it. I offered him $700.
Holy shit.
$700 and $1,000 in trade value.
Wow.
And he turned me down because he wanted more. We're talking probably the worst character in X-Men Metal.
Yeah.
Where like Shadowcat 101 was selling for like $500 or $600.
Yeah.
Right? Like way higher characters selling in the lower thousands. Wouldn't do it. He wanted all the money, right? And honestly, that's fine. As a seller, you can ask for whatever you want, right? But he will have that card forever.
Yeah.
And it'll just sit there.
Lost the buyer because who else is going to buy it?
Oh, dude, no one's going to give him. What is the market now on 101?
Mid-tier, probably. I think I sold my last one for $700 or $800, and it was Kitty Pryde.
Yeah, I mean it's the low tier. You're probably looking at like $200.
Yeah.
So he went from like a $1,700 sell down to absolutely nothing. Just amazing.
That sucks, man.
And it's because he preyed on me.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not a retard. I'm not going to go, oh my God, I need it. Fuck that, dude. I'll just abandon the other shit, find something else, and not tell
anybody. Man.
Yeah, I just won't tell anybody. Every time I run a Whatnot show, people are like, oh, who do you collect? I'm like, let me tell you a story about why I'm never going to tell you.
When do you run your shows most time?
I do mornings. So I like to go around 9 a.m.
Or 9?
Yeah, 9 a.m. It's right Pacific around time. Where, like on the West Coast, people have already, like they started work. They got all the important shit done. So now they're sitting there. And then on the East Coast, it's lunchtime. So it's kind of like a little sweet spot.
Yeah, so 9 Pacific.
9 Pacific. I usually run. Every once in a while, I'll run at night.
Yeah. Just do pop-ups. So that's big things. Everybody who's in here, if you guys don't follow him on Whatnot, Instagram. What else you got? Marvelcardsup on Instagram.
That's all. I took all my posts down on Instagram.
Oh, did you?
I think there's
just a Whatnot.
Yeah. But if anybody watching this ever wants to reach out to me and yell at me or ask me any questions, you know, I'm always on Instagram. I always check my messages. On Whatnot, I'm maybe twice a week on there, once a week-ish. And sometimes I do set breaks. sometimes I'll just have a stack of like right now I have a stack of like 2020 masterpieces that I'm just going to be running at $1.
Nice.
Who's getting that at $1?
Yeah. Somebody can come in, start their collection, add to their collection.
Come in, you have fun. You're not getting robbed, right? You're getting good numbered cards. That's all.
That's what's up, man.
Like
Marvelcardsup. That's what's up.
Yes, sir, man. Have fun with this shit. That's all. Stop asking
I know.
how much it's worth.
A lot of bad shit going on, and that's why I say Ex-Marvelhead, and tops piss me off just because of what it is. I have nothing against them. It's just I don't like the tactic. I don't like the cards. I don't give a shit. It doesn't have to be such a negative thing though, because we still have so much great cards out there. There's a lot that we can get into,
and there's so much sealed product.
Yep.
There's a ton of sealed product. You don't have to buy tops, right?
You don't.
Like, and I don't care about being PC about tops. Like, they're totally trash. It's just trash. They don't care about quality. They try to milk every last teat they can.
Yeah.
Right? They reward bad behavior. The whole like loaded case thing, like Topps and Panini, I kind of believe that stuff. There's too many coincidences for me not to believe that stuff.
Yeah.
So if they're doing that, that sucks. They got non-sport product and they're pushing it out with a sport mentality. And they're not smart enough to understand that that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
They can only do so much before it just implodes, right? And again, with sport, you can do that, right? With 200 million collectors or buyers, right? You can do that. There's enough room to flip and take advantage of people, because let's say 1 million people do that. Well, guess what? There's 199 other million people you can take advantage of, right?
Yep.
Your bridges don't burn the same way as when you're in a small non-sport. When you start fucking with those bridges, they go poof, and that's why on Whatnot, you see a lot of breakers, they disappear.
Yeah.
A ton of sellers just poof, they're gone.
How many of us OGs are still around doing breaks? Let's say doing breaks, because there's still of us that are we're there.
Less than one hand.
Yeah.
Less than one hand. Everyone else is gone. All the new era are people with a sport mentality trying to push that mentality into non-sport.
Dude, when you pull up that Marvel category and you see how much is on 24/7, how many people do you actually recognize?
Unless you're on or Gray or, you know what I mean? Like, really none.
Yeah, none. Like, it's very, very few. There'll be like one here scattered on the screen, and it's these people you've never heard their names, or they're huge names that are been out there and they've done sports breaks or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just madness, man. Because when we started, it was like 3 people on ever.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. I would message you, when are you going on?
Yeah. So for a while, there was only one of us on at a time.
Yes. It was great. And you know what? I don't want to say like we were just fortunate, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to say like, I can't complain now about how hard it is to run, like, and not have people come. I can't complain about that, because there are a lot more people aware of the platform, right? And I don't want to be that person to like get off my lawn, right? What I will say though is there's a lot of buyers on Whatnot that no matter how many times you try to steer them away from the bad actors, they will still choose them over coming into your room, right?
Yeah.
Now for me, I can understand that because I don't break. I just sell singles. So maybe
Yeah.
they don't want the singles. Awesome, right? Somebody else does. But for another breaker, breaking the same product, who's way more trustworthy, who's been around longer, who knows everything about the product, for those people to go here and not there is it's retardation. It's you're the moth to that purple light that's flashing in the
Gonna get burned.
crazy.
Moth to the flame, man.
Brig, fucking 25 giveaways. Like, that's awesome. You're gonna get took, right? Like, you're gonna
We see
pay
the post, bro.
more.
We see the post on Facebook. I hate breakers. Breakers aren't all bad, man. There's good ones out there.
You're gonna pay more for the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Because this one's flashy, right? And like, that stuff matters. That stuff definitely matters. As a buyer, that shit matters to me, right?
Yeah, it does.
When I room hop, I look for low-key rooms, people who are informative. They know the product. They're not selling it at like 100% markup, right? You talk to them. They sound cool, right? They read chat. They're not fucking like ravers and rely on giveaways to get a ton of people in the room. Yeah, they're not like car salesmen.
Yeah.
Right? I can't do that. And I know there's a lot of people who disagree with me, and that's awesome.
And we can't change it. It's gonna be there. And it's all good.
Fine.
But it also doesn't mean that we're not going to talk shit on you and say that it's ridiculous.
100%.
Also gonna get that.
Yeah, it's totally ridiculous. And hopefully, in the future, someone big or someone new will kind of be able to like preach that to a bigger portion of the community, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe we do get 200 million buyers into our genre and it balances itself out like a Pokemon or a sport, right? But I think that's the number one thing that everyone in Marvel, everyone in Invincible or any non-sport, you can't be a flipper and expect the same outcome because the numbers aren't there. Okay? You cannot do
Word
it.
to the wise.
Yeah, it's 200 million buyers, 30,000 buyers, right? Maybe 50. Definitely less than 100,000 buyers.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, not even that. I mean, you combined all those Marvel rooms all together. I mean, you're lucky
all the
to break
Marvel rooms, all the Facebook groups, all the, you know what? I'll even put like, maybe Star Wars has like its own, maybe close to 100,000, maybe. I'm not sure. But I think if you get all the Marvel buyers, it's well under 100,000 people.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And so that sport mentality will only backfire, right? It has to go back. And oh God, I hate saying that. Like, I don't want to say it has to go back to the way it used to be. It doesn't have to go back to the way it used to be. What has to happen is people have to learn how to create markets and time markets, and they have to hold things, right? If you want to flip and you're just ripping a pack and tell me what it's worth and letting it go, right? You're doing nothing for the market, right? You hold it. Where did that out of 10 go? Right? A year later, oh shit, there's that out of 10. You'll probably get a premium for it because no one has seen it, right? And they're desensitized to all the shit already. So now it's special.
Yeah.
This is why the long game, which was a big part of Marvel, right? Even think about the boom.
Yeah.
When the boom happened, what was the main thing that hit the market?
It's PMGs.
Cards that people were holding for decades.
Yeah.
For decades hit the market. It wasn't because the product that was out right then created the boom.
Oh, no.
It had nothing to do with it. The boom was because, oh shit, we held so long. Look at all of our awesome stuff.
Yeah, and nobody had it, and they wanted it.
Right.
Yeah. Well, because, I mean, you look at the PMGs, I mean, a red PMG, there's 100 of them.
Yeah.
There's 100. That's a lot. But yet people want to pay for it because everybody's holding them.
But that's what created that market. Right? Look at what, like, that market was created by the bags of stuff nobody has ever seen. It was special. Yeah, there was still products coming out, right? But that was special. After that happened, everyone thought all of our big stuff has to come out. All of our big stuff has to come out. Look, it's so special. Everything's special, right?
It was just such a flood at that point, and man, prices dropped like crazy for a minute, didn't they?
It just went.
So, how do you think that could apply to Invincible, for example? What are your thoughts on that?
Well, the only way to combat all this stuff, I think, is by our eBay friend.
Yeah.
We have to have the mindset that our eBay friend has. And I'm not going to say
I kind of do. I think people can see that. I mean, obviously, I sell stuff that I don't really hold on to, but the shit I'm holding on to, I shouldn't be holding on to. Like, people are crazy. I mean, some of it's selling okay already, but I'm not. Dude, it's going to be a decade before I get rid of some of these things.
Yes, correct. And that's great, right? Yeah. Because in a decade, it'll surface. Everyone's going to go, wow, or everyone's going to go, whatever, right?
Yeah, but who knows?
But that's the risk, right? So take a fraction of what you think of what it's worth now, or just stash it away, enjoy it. And then later, when you feel like, you know what, it's time to move this stuff on.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we have to always play the long game. Right?
As a collector, I mean, that's what you collect, right? Just collecting. We're not flippers. I'm not. I know there are people out there that do that stuff. Good for them. But you're in the wrong place. That's what was coming down to.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff that I rip and I just sell. A ton.
Yeah, we all flip something.
I don't hide that, right? A lot of the stuff I sell is modern. Some stuff from the 90s, right?
Yep.
But what people don't see is the amount of stuff that I have locked up that's already 20 years old, 30 years old, that I'm not going to sell.
Yeah.
Until I'm ready to, right?
Like, or if you're like me, I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to hold
it. Yeah, you just don't ever do it, right? Like,
I like it too much.
You like it too much, or you enjoy the feeling of having it, right?
Yeah.
Some people, they like that nobody else has it, right? That's another emotion, right? Some people just, they ripped it and they were with their friends. It reminds them of that moment. They're never going to move it, right? Some people rip it all alone and they're never going to move it. There's so many ways to connect with stuff, but you don't have to let everything go right away.
Yep.
Right. And in our hobby, even though Marvel has had its boom and there's all these new people in here and everyone's fucking rip crazy, the numbers are so small that you have to hold. You have to hold. There's no comps. There's no comps on stuff unless you go back to the 90s, right? 90 MU. It's been graded enough. It's been sold enough to where you can get baselines.
And what you mean by comps is a solid comp, not just up and down roller coaster comps.
I'm talking
something that's set in stone that we can go by and say, okay, this is actually worth this amount of money.
Here, I'll just grab. I'm talking I've just pulled this card, right? Let's say this was a 90 MU card. I just pulled it. I know what it's worth raw. If it gets a 10, I know within a $5 to $10 range of what it's going to sell for. That's a comp. Where you can do that every time, right? That's why Pokemon is king. I don't care for Pokemon. I don't really buy Pokemon, but that's why it's king. Because those buyers know when they hit this card, within a small range, you're guaranteed to get that.
And that's why you get a lot of people who ask that question.
Yeah.
What's it worth? They're expecting that. And they're not here yet.
And
it's not here.
It won't be here. Another 10 years. Come back. Come and ask.
We'll get there.
Not under Top.
I don't care, but
not under Top's watch.
I think we could.
If Topps loses the license, which they're on their way with what they're releasing, there's no way.
You think so?
Yeah, they can't do it. No original art sets. That's what do you think the percent of the hobby that only buys original art sets? 10%, right?
Question. Yeah.
Let's say 10%
only purchases.
And there's a bunch, right? Yeah. There's a bunch of people who only buy original art. There's Dre. I was trying so hard not to look at chat, and
I know
I saw that. All right, so if they do have one coming,
we'll see.
What's it going to take? 2 years? 1 year, 2 years? If it's one artist? No, Keith. All right, I'm not even reading that anymore. Look, the way that they're pushing the product at that price point, the amount of people that can afford it to where they can keep doing that, I don't think they can sustain it.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The price point's pretty absurd. Everything is...
Price point's horrendous.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's horrendous, right? And you have price point and resale value that's coming down here. So it doesn't match up, right? It's Upper Deck all over again, right? Where Upper Deck, you want a Master's Piece box, it's $500. You try to sell what comes out of that Masterpiece box, you're getting $40. Unless you absolutely get a monster, right?
Yep.
Out of 10 auto, 101, things like that. You're not getting a fraction of that price. And I think that's why Topps isn't going to be able to sustain itself. And they'll see it. They'll see it. I think they will see it, and I think they'll cut loose.
It'll be interesting to see where it goes, isn't it?
Yeah. They should just cut loose and go to Rittenhouse. Just give it to Rittenhouse.
Let them pick up where they left off.
Yep. That'll be awesome.
That'd be awesome, dude.
I love it.
All right, bro. Well, hey, this has been fun. It's been super good. Fun. I like this format a little bit, just the two of us just chatting it up. I'm gonna do this. I think probably want to keep it consistent every Monday night right now.
Nice.
So I'm gonna have everybody else. I'll reach out to Marvel guys. They want it.
Any teaser? Any teaser for who the next person's going to be?
I'm not sure. I might want to do more Invincible next time, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I like to keep it in between because it's a good segue into Invincible. I think there's going to be a lot more people segueing into different types of non-sports cards as they dislike what's going on with Topps and Marvel as us ex-Marvelheads.
I think a nice little Invincible person.
Yeah, that's top of the list actually. Yeah,
that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's a good dude, and
he is.
Yeah, there's a lot of good people over there. That's the one thing I will say about Invincible right now is it's such a small niche group. The people they're super cool. Like you don't run into some shithead who's. I mean, you got some people on Facebook that are whatever. That's nothing like the group.
They're just on Facebook.
Yeah, they're just whatever.
Yeah.
But overall, good people out there.
The core community, incredible guys and ladies.
And ladies,
always looking out for one another.
Yep.
Right.
It's kind of reminiscent of the old days, isn't it? Marvel, because nowadays it's not like that.
A little bit. Yeah. Now you can't.
Well, I mean, we have groups, but as a whole collective, no.
No. Everyone gets offended by a bunch of stuff too fast. They try to take advantage.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
Well, we're here to enjoy the ride, man. See what's up. So, yeah. Well, I'm gonna have you on again some other time, dude.
All right, dude. Anytime
you joining us.
Anytime, dude. You just text
anybody who didn't know. We're trying to plug Bryan here as much as we can. Marvelcardsup, whatnot.
Come by,
both of us.
Come by, guys. Even if you don't got to buy anything, just come. We talk shit.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how this started. We're just talking shit, right? Whether it's on your stream or on my stream.
That's all it is.
We throw some facts out there that people are like, man, we want to hear about this stuff. That's why this became a thing.
I try to make it so it's like we're at a card shop, just hanging out. That's all it is, dude. If you want to buy something, awesome. Here you go. If not, just hang out.
Throw a few dirty jokes out there. See if we can get the red bar to show up
a little bit. Yeah.
Well,
play some games. Yeah. Always
good time, man.
And always good right here. Whenever you see this guy on breaking, go into his rooms. Support him.
Same thing. Come hang out. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't even sell anything, dude. I'll sell nothing, and we'll just be having a good time for like an hour.
And we'll just be burning stuff.
Yeah. Burning. Literally burning stuff. We'll do that.
With fire.
If you get lucky, we might eat something. We might eat a card and die of chromium poisoning.
Did I point to the other side? All right, here. This guy over here.
Yeah. There we go. We switched it around, so it's kind of like we're actually somebody's watching the show. I'm sitting at the desk, right? You're on the couch. Which, dude, that would be awesome if we could actually do that. Have a show.
That'd be cool.
We're just hanging out. Have a band. If I could have figured out music, I'd have a fake audience in here, but I couldn't do that. I was trying to do that.
Why don't you make a green screen, like a green screen couch, right? And then send it to your guest, and then they can replace their background so it's like one full set. So like you're there, and then they're on the little couch over there.
That'd be cool, huh?
Instead of this, everyone's getting a free show over here.
Guys in spandex.
LA Knight. He's going.
Flop their junk around.
Damn, Heyman getting it.
That's hilarious. Right on, man. Well, it's been a good time. I'm going to head out. Let's see. We've been talking for more. I was trying to keep this pretty short because I know some of these things just get so damn boring.
I know. And we went off.
This is good, man. This is good information. This is why I want everybody to have their perspective, your perspective on the market, and especially segueing into Invincible cards, Marvel cards. We've gone through a lot together over the years, man.
A ton. And guys, have fun doing this shit.
Yeah.
Don't feel like you got to sell everything. Don't care about values. You know, if values come, fantastic. If it doesn't, who cares?
That's it.
You have fun with it, right? Don't take advantage of people. I know there's people in chat who love to take advantage of people. I've seen the names in there, and I don't give a fuck. Just have fun with it. Don't listen to people who put a dollar value on shit, right? Because it's not true. The market's too small. Go to Cards and Metals, Whatnots. Have fun. Come to my Whatnots. Have fun. Don't come to my Whatnots. I don't give a shit. Just stop whatever you're doing. That's my plea, man. And don't bring it to Invincible. Just stay out. Let us enjoy this beautiful little nugget.
Yeah. What we got left, we're going to hold on to.
Yes.
We'll be around.
Yes.
Cool.
All right, dude.
Right on, brother. Appreciate you. Everybody, thank you for joining my first stream, first podcast. I'll do lots more of these. Every Monday, what time is it? 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern. We'll stick with that. Why the hell not? All right, guys. Thank you. Everybody, it's been fun. Bryan, appreciate you, brother. Everybody, have a good night.